What's up, guys? Today we're jumping into trick tip number 6, which covers the cross step. The cross step is considered a basic longboard dancing move. So today marks the start of our longboard dancing trick tip series. So before we jump into the actual trick, note that I'm goofy, which means that my right foot is forward. So if you're a regular rider, everything is going to be mirrored. For any longboard dancing move, it's always a good idea to practice standing on the board with one foot on both feet, because dancing moves utilize standing on one foot for both feet, which means that, for example, a cross step looks like this. And for a cross step, you'll see that there's one point where I'm standing on my right foot only, and there's one point I'm standing on my left foot only to do the actual trick. And that goes the same for most longboard dancing moves. It involves standing on one foot and then your non-dominant foot. So it's a good thing to practice standing on both feet like flamenco style. It's always good to start practicing on the grass, but eventually you can move to practicing on cement. Grass will obviously hold your wheels in place, which means that you won't fall or slip while practicing the trick. So eventually we move to cement. It's also good to practice standing on one foot, so you can actually get a feel of what it feels like to move around on just one foot, like that. So that's a good thing to practice. It'll help you prepare for getting into those dancing moves smoothly. So let's move into the cross step now, the actual longboard dancing move. So to begin the trick, you'll be riding like this in your normal stance. I'm goofy again, so my right foot's forward. We're going this way, in this direction. It's mirrored for all left footers or regular riders. So for the cross step, what you're going to do, this is without carving. I'll go over it without carving first, and then we'll integrate carving into it, because dancing involves carving or standing on the rails of the board to move it side to side. So for now, we'll just do the basic motion, which is like this. So it's just pull your front foot back, step over it, step under with the foot that's behind, and push back like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that we have the basic motion down for the cross step, let's go into how to integrate the carving into it. For those of you who don't know, carving in longboard dancing is essential because it's what makes it look cool. So you're basically doing all sorts of maneuvers on the board, and you're stepping from side to side on the board, Peter Pans, and the board is carving meanwhile, which means that you're going right, left, which is what makes it look so cool. So to get that for a cross step, let's look at the basic motion again, which is just this. And for carving, you're going to do a setup carve, is what I call it, which means that you'll carve this way. So you're carving to the left. If you're riding in this way, you carve to the left first, and then you pull your foot back. You're doing that basic motion. You step over, and now you're on this rail, which means that you're carving to the right now. So you step under, or you step out, and you step back, and you carve to the left again. So once again, it's carve to the left, do that initial setup carve, pull back. Now you're standing on this rail, so you're heading to the right. Step over, you're still standing on the rail, so you're still carving to the right. Under, and then when your foot's on this rail, you're sort of gonna push down to carve left again. So essentially the dancing is gonna, or the motions are gonna balance themselves out. So it's left, right, carving left, carving right, carving left. So essentially, if you're like in a narrow pathway, when you do it correctly, it's gonna balance itself out, so you'll still be going, you know, in the same direction or straight.